Okay, I think let's begin. It's exactly 11:45. So I think most of you can join, I've given access to everybody, so you can join by themselves. They can all join. And we'll have a quick recap. कल हमने क्या पढ़ा था about classroom discourse. Okay, so in your own words, if somebody asks you, अगर आपसे ये पूछा जाए, that what is classroom discourse? Okay, so what would you say? Anyone, unmute and tell me. In your own words.
Any kind of talk in classroom?
Okay, any kind of talk which happens in classroom. Anyone would like to add to this?
Ma'am,
Interaction between student and teacher.
One by one. Yes, tell me.
Interaction between student and teacher.
Okay. So all interaction that happens between, only students and teachers, is that right?
Ma'am, student and student as well.
Student and student.
Yes, student.
So what you have to say is interaction. Okay, very good. Okay, good. So what you have to say is that interactions, amongst all participants. So जितने भी हमारे classroom में participants हैं, उनके बीच में जो interaction होता है, that is known as a classroom discourse. Okay, so and who are these participants? As you very rightly said, that these participants are your student, and student teacher. Okay, teacher, student, teacher, student. So we have these pattern of communication, exchanges that happen, inside the classroom. So, so all kind of interactions that happen, and these interactions could be what? क्या हो सकता है? Somebody's microphone is on, please. Some noise is coming. Keep it mute unless you talk. So ये interaction.
These interactions can be both verbal as well as written.
Okay, so this interaction is also, oral, not verbal. Verbal means words, and words can be oral and written. Okay, so don't say verbal. Say that this interaction can be, that is verbal, which is oral and written. Okay, which uses words which are oral and written. So both. So verbal has both. So so I think till now, and so any kind of conversation, any kind of talk, कोई भी हम explanation करते हैं, face-to-face teaching करते हैं, all comes under the classroom discourse जिसे हम बोलते हैं. So before I give you the last definition of classroom discourse, यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आ गया है? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone in the class, ऐसा कोई है जिसको see, because I'm taking a lot of time in discussion. इसका reason ये है कि मुझे लगता है कि अभी भी February तक situation improve नहीं होगा, और फिर अगर multiple choice questions आपको पूछा जाएगा तो आपका जो conceptual clarity है या जो आपका understanding है वो बहुत अच्छी तरीके से होना चाहिए. Okay, नहीं तो multiple choice questions, you will not be able to answer. So that is why concept जो है, जो भी concept आपको पढ़ाया जा रहा है किसी भी class में, आपके दिमाग में बिल्कुल clear होना चाहिए, which should be there. Just excuse me, just 1 minute. I'm in a class. I'll call you up. Okay. So so the clarity here is very, very important, and that is the reason कि हम इतना time concept को clear करने में spend कर रहे हैं, discussion में हम यहाँ पे spend कर रहे हैं. Now is it clear? ऐसा कोई है class में जिसको अभी समझ में नहीं आया है कि हम classroom discourse, ये जो शब्द है हम किसे कहते हैं? Because now I have to go further now today. ऐसा कोई है? Anyone amongst 83 students are here right now. So 83 में ऐसा कोई है who is not understood? सबको समझ में आ गया है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so now coming to the written aspect, you know, this you can take down. And then I'm going to, analyze and then explain कि ये definition में क्या कहा गया है. This you can take down. Classroom discourse consists of CONSISTS. Consists of different types of written and spoken communication that happens in the classroom. फिर से I'm repeating. Classroom discourse consists of different types of written and spoken communication that happens in the classroom. Full stop. Today it includes thinking, interpreting, expressing, कॉमा लगाते जाइए, reflecting, agreeing, comma, disagreeing, comma, debating, and arguing. I'll repeat. Today it includes INCLUDES, thinking, comma, interpreting, comma, expressing, comma, reflecting, comma, agreeing, comma, disagreeing, comma, debating, and arguing. Okay, so here now let's try and understand कि इस definition का क्या मतलब है. Now, anyone would like to here explain before I tell you? Okay, first line is very clear कि जब हम classroom discourse की बात करते हैं, तो we are talking about, you know, spoken and written. Okay, so spoken interactions and what we write. But I told you that in our class here, I'm going to focus on the spoken or the oral discourse. Okay, so here when we are talking about classroom discourse here, so I am here focusing mostly on the spoken discourse, क्योंकि वो जो interaction हर teacher classroom में होता है हर teacher के साथ, how important it is. And we shall see, you know, as we go along, कि teachers अक्सर, you know, क्या उसमें गलतियां करते हैं interaction में, और जितना students को benefit होना चाहिए उतना हो नहीं पाता है. So we shall see that also, you know, as we go along, that अगर एक rich classroom discourse अगर करना है, तो teachers और students के बीच में क्या-क्या criteria हमें ध्यान में रखना है, और एक rich discourse का environment हम अपने classroom में as would be as student teachers and as, you know, would be teachers हम कैसे create करेंगे when tomorrow we go to a classroom, you know, a rich classroom with a rich discourse. That is the objective जो हम सबका है. So here, as I said, कि अगर हम इस definition को analyze करते हैं, that classroom discourse is spoken and written. Now, when we say that includes thinking, interpreting, now how would you like to say that? You know, how would you explain that? What is thinking that happens? Yes, anyone? Anyone? Yes.
Ma'am, in particular topic, how the student thinks that teacher can understand, and from students side also how the teacher, what is the thinking of teacher in that particular topic. That मतलब हर एक स्टूडेंट का अपना अपना तरीका होता है एनालाइज करने का एक टीचर को, और सेम वे मैम का भी अलग अलग तरीका होता है एक हर एक स्टूडेंट को एनालाइज करने का, उसकी थिंकिंग पैटर्न एनालाइज करने का.
Yeah, but are you talking about thinking pattern analyze करने का, कि आपका जो subject है, जो content है, उसको जब आप transact करते हैं and उसमें you want thinking, you know, students should think. Now, for example, now the air quality index during the time of Diwali in northern states, for example, in Delhi, for example, in Punjab, for example, in Haryana, you know, air quality index जो है, purity of the air है, वो 400 से ऊपर हो जाता है. Air इतना polluted हो जाता है. So now the teacher says, now can you think of some solutions? So this is the thinking skills of students. Okay, so now the teacher, you know, rather than analyzing the thinking pattern, I would not say, the teacher wants the students to think and come up with ideas, with, you know, creation, with solutions, कि अगर कोई problem है, you know, हम problem solving कैसे कर सकते हैं. Today, this is a very, very important part in the classroom teaching learning process. याद रखिए कि बच्चों को आपको सोचने का मौका देना है, आपको इस प्रकार का questions, I will speak more on this when I come to the questioning part, कि हम किस type का questions पूछ सकते हैं कि students सोच सके, वो अपना दिमाग लगा सके. Now, it is not what, you know, the teacher says, student bolta hai yes and you go on. No, that is not a classroom of the 21st century. That is not the classroom that we want today. हम सब चाहते हैं कि problem solving skills students में develop हो, और इस problem solving skills के लिए, you know, thinking skills या critical thinking skills, as you also say, analytical thinking skills, analyze करना, उसको critically analyze करना बहुत important है. So, you know, you want a discourse where there is a lot of thinking going on in the students. आप जो भी content आपका है, जिस चीज को भी आप पढ़ाते हैं. Okay, so that is the point here. Expressing, you know, interpretation. क्या हम अलग अलग एक ही चीज का क्या अलग अलग interpretation हो सकता है? अगर आप language भी पढ़ाते हैं, you know, there's a story that you're teaching, so the end can have different interpretations. You know, so many times you see a movie, and आप एक पिक्चर देखते हैं, आप एक फिल्म देखते हैं, और अंत में वो दिखाते हैं कि, you know, the heroine or the hero, you know, you know, just walks away, goes away, किसी के साथ नहीं वो जाते हैं, अकेले वो चला जाता है, you know, so that can have a different interpretation. You know, somebody can say कि oh, she's happy, she has found the goal in life. You know, so someone can say, you know, she's found her own path. So these are different interpretation. Someone can say, you know, that tomorrow, yes, she's happy with the work that she's doing. She's found a good job. So anything like that. So these are different interpretations of the same story. What is I'm trying to tell you. So in a classroom discourse, ये बहुत important है कि सब लोग एक तरीका से नहीं सोचे. You know, different perspectives हो हर का अलग, you know, interpretation हो. So that is thinking. So that is very important. और आम तौर पे what happens, you know, even if you take social studies class और जिसमें बहुत scope है, you take a prose class or you take a poetry class, आप कोई भी language पढ़ाते हैं जिसमें बहुत scope है कि students उसका end जो है अलग तरीके से सोच सकें, अलग तरीके से या उसको interpret कर सकें, you know, because prose has a lot of different interpretations, कि अलग अलग तरीके से उसको interpret कर सकें कि नहीं ये भी हो सकता है, इसका मतलब ये है, उसका मतलब ये है. So that is the interpretation that we are talking. Expressing, of course, expressing, all of you know that we put our thoughts into words and we express our ideas, our thoughts. हम express करते हैं, हम किसी के बारे में भी कुछ बोलते हैं, you know. So you ask the students, okay 2020, you know, how was this year for you, 2020? So 2020 का साल कैसे, अब आज today is the last day, today is 31st of December. So अगर आप किसी student से पूछते हैं कि you know how was 2020 for you, so the person will express himself or herself and say कि हाँ 2020 में ये हुआ, 2020 हम लोग घर पे थे, 2020 में school नहीं जा पाए, 2020 में interaction कम हुआ, 2020 was the year of online teaching, 2020 was the year of technology, 2020, you know, was the year of no school interaction. So many things the student will express his own ideas and thoughts, which is very, very important, you know. Reflecting. So in a discourse that you have, you also reflect, you know. Let's say, so what is reflecting? Tell me, you tell me. What's reflecting? You know, as would-be teachers, you would be asked to reflect. Teaching is very reflective, you know. So if I ask you, what is reflecting?
Ma'am, it is to analyze our own thought.
Yeah. Okay. So can you give me an example, anyone?
हम ये कह सकते हैं मैम कि जो हुआ है उस पे दोबारा नजर करनी है, मतलब क्या हुआ है, कैसा हुआ है, मतलब.
हाँ ठीक है. हाँ.
Ma'am, may I?
हाँ, yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. For example, I have gave a learning experience and throw the question that why all the headlights of vehicles are yellow. Okay. So and then I gave them reason. Okay, this is why they are yellow. So they will actually reflect that, okay, we have observed this, but we haven't think about it.
Okay.
So that is how they reflect.
Okay.
Students.
Okay, so you can reflect upon it. Okay, fine. Anyone else who would like to try? Anyone else would like to try?
Like in mirror, we see ourselves and we do reflect. Matlab,
Yes.
That shows what we have done.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So let me give you, it's right. All what you say is right. But let me give you an example, you know, a very concrete example. Tomorrow, in your you know, in your third semesters, you will be going for your internship program. You will be going to the school, और आप वहाँ पे पढ़ाएंगे, ठीक है? आप वहाँ पे lesson देंगे, आप वहाँ पे पढ़ाएंगे. And पढ़ाने के बाद reflection बहुत important है. You know, teaching is reflective, I would say, because पढ़ाने के बाद आप ये सोचेंगे कि okay, how did I deliver my lesson? Now, did I give enough examples? क्या मैंने enough examples दिया? Was my explanation okay? Did my students understand? नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि मैंने बहुत hard words का इस्तेमाल किया. मेरे एग्जाम्पल्स तो ठीक थे, लेकिन मेरी क्लास में ज़्यादा इंटरेक्शन नहीं हुआ. मेरी क्लास में प्यूपल का रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आया. So this is reflection, you know. You are reflecting on the teaching that you have done, and you are trying to identify all your, you know, your strengths and weaknesses. कि आपका जो positives था वो क्या था, and आपको जिसमें improvement चाहिए, किसमें improvement चाहिए. So that is reflection. And today all of us are talking about reflective teaching. So you can reflect, and similarly this is what reflection is. Students in your classroom also, they will reflect on what you are talking, as he just gave the example, that you give them a situation and you tell them to reflect on that. So that is reflection. And then you have agreeing and disagreeing. So in any discourse, आप देखिए किसी भी discourse में, of course we are right now talking about classroom discourse, but discourse can be even in the television, it can be in a meeting, it can be anywhere outside the classroom, it can be in any setting. हम classroom की बात कर रहे हैं, but discourse कहीं भी हो सकता है, interaction कहीं भी हो सकता है, discussion कहीं भी हो सकता है, किसी भी setting में हो सकता है, लेकिन हमेशा people will not agree with you. So there are a lot of agreements, a lot of disagreements, So the student will say, no, madam, I don't really agree with you. Now, for example, I took the example of air quality index, in Delhi. Now, I took the example because I was there for Diwali, and the air quality index had really gone up, 250, 300, it had gone up, and there was all those smog was coming from Punjab and Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, and but there was a lot of disagreement. Now people say that this pollution in Delhi is not only because of this stubble burning, and it is also because of the toxic substances which are in the air, in factories and things like that. So other toxic substances are also there. So you agree, some people agree, some people disagree. So in any discourse, what I'm trying to tell you is कि बहुत सारे disagreement होते हैं, बहुत सारे agreement होते हैं. So even in a classroom discourse. Now here is a very important point that I want to actually stress upon, should all students, now this is for you, in the classroom agree with the teacher and agree with their fellow classmates?
No, ma'am.
Not necessary, ma'am.
What do you say as teachers, as would-be teachers? What do you all say?
Ma'am, everyone has got different thinking, so definitely they will have different viewpoints, and hence all cannot agree on the same topic. Not necessary.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? See, always remember one thing. You are the teachers of tomorrow. Generations of learners will pass through your hands. I always say this. You can make them or break them. Okay, ये बहुत बड़ी responsibility आपकी है कि सब generations of learners आपके class में आएंगे, जाएंगे, or for the next 30 years, you will be working, and so you can imagine कि कितने लोग आपके classes में आपके साथ interact करेंगे. Please remember this, that the worst kind of classroom discourse, I would call it, is where everybody agrees with each other. The worst kind. सबसे जो which we can say जो discourse जो बिल्कुल जिसमें कोई strength नहीं है, जो weak है, जो होना नहीं चाहिए, वो है कि सब teachers के साथ हाँ में हाँ मिलाएं. That is not what we want today. We want a discourse, a classroom discourse, which is lively, जहाँ अलग-अलग thinking, जहाँ अलग-अलग thoughts, जहाँ अलग-अलग perspectives उभर के आते हैं. That is what we want today. Okay, and so you must remember that आपको conversation को, आपको discussion को, आपको stimulate करना है, आपको encourage करना है. Not that अक्सर हम लोग देखते हैं classrooms में that teachers do not like it अगर students उनके साथ हाँ में हाँ ना मिलाएं. Okay, please do not be those kind of teachers, and especially in today's world, जहाँ आपको www is हर information एक click से आपको हर एक information students को available है. So they are much better informed, maybe what we were so many years back, what probably you were also so many years back, So today, itna information explosion hai that the students have ideas, students are knowledgeable, students, they can contribute, students can discuss, they can have different thoughts, different ideas, they have different experiences. So classroom discourse, must include all that, different kind of thoughts, different kind of thinking, different kind of perspectives. So that becomes very, very important here. And so it has debating, arguments, to different students have different, some are for what you're saying, some are against what you're saying. So a lot of arguments in your class. I would say that that is the sign of a rich classroom discourse. Okay, so where there's a lot of thinking, different kind of interpretations, different reflections, agreements, disagreements, debates, arguments. This is the classroom discourse that you want. So as a teacher, this is the kind of yes, you would want. Yes,
Ma'am, I have a question. Ma'am, don't you think that the scope of subjective discussion, debating, is more in the subject of social sciences, like maybe English for that matter? And
Theory kind of.
because I guess in subjects like mathematics and science, the subject in itself is very factual. So you cannot debate on facts. But wherein when we are discussing the fields of humanities, for example, social studies, you have an event going about in history or English.
yeah.
These are subjects where the scope of subjective ideas are far more than the topics of science and mathematics.
Yeah, you have a point, but then the point here is also that what scope. See, that is what I said first. It is content based. Okay, so all these things that you're talking about, the scope is of the content that you deliver. Okay, but I think also in science and mathematics,
say
you can
something.
think about the
Yes,
application
ma'am.
part. You can discuss about the applied part, So where the application is, how can the application be? So many times, students do a lot of things where they do not know that why they are doing it. Okay, so where can it be applied? Even if you're learning about triangles or squares or anything, so what is the applied, what is the application of what you're learning in mathematics and science? So if you're learning about a pulley, you have a hand pump where the pulley is being used. So what is the applied part? So I think there the thinking and reasoning of students can be explored. That is what I think. Yes, of course, if your principles and laws, that's factual. You cannot. That is absolutely right. What is, if you have a formula, you cannot debate on a plus b whole square. It is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Nobody can debate on that. That is what it is. So that's fine what you're saying. Your point is taken. But I think there are a lot of application part of it which gets left out in the classroom discourse. So students, they do a topic which they don't even know where it is going to be applied, So whether you're learning fractions or you're learning anything, I somehow feel that the application part is very sadly missing in many classroom discourses. So that I think is very important. Okay.
I want to add one thing. In mathematics and science classroom, I have observed that उन दोनों क्लास में सबसे ज्यादा डिस्कशन होता है कि कौन से फॉर्मूला से जल्दी सम्स होगा या प्रैक्टिकली जब एवरी असाइनमेंट के बाद प्रैक्टिकल होता है तो कौन डिफरेंट वे में कितने प्रैक्टिकल्स कर पाता है, तो वहाँ पे डिस्कशंस होता है मैम.
हाँ, ठीक है, वो तो खैर इसलिए होता है कि डिफरेंट फॉर्मूलाज आप अप्लाई, दैट इज आल्सो थिंकिंग, which is a formula, can there be a new formula which can be applied in different ways, how the same practical can be done, that is again thinking, that is again reasoning, definitely that you could do, so
mathematics also.
The use of, and the uses, that's what I'm saying, the functions, the uses of what you're doing. Somehow I feel, because I remember, of course, my class was years ago. It's a different generation that I'm talking about, but I still remember that, whatever we did in mathematics, and that's why I was never interested. The application part was never told. I'm sure in your times, you are in new times. In your times, things would have been much better, and things would have been told to you. If you're doing this, why are you doing this? And now with you, with another generation, which is there, because that's very, very important. Otherwise, the interest does not develop in the students, especially in subjects of, like mathematics and science, where there are so many principles and laws, and the applied part, I feel, is extremely important. So that is important. So now with this, I think, are you clear with the concept, everybody? So that I can go to the next topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I go to
Sure,
the next
ma'am.
topic? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is something which is related to which we have been talking. Now we come on to the functions, the next topic, which is there in your unit, and that is functions of classroom discourse. Okay, so that is the next topic that we have. That is the functions of classroom discourse. So the last definition that I gave you, so would that come in the function? Yeah. Do you think that would come?
Yes, ma'am.
The last definition, can I relate that to the function?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that's a very important, according to me, that's a very important function of classroom discourse. अगर हम classroom discourse की बात करें, तो it helps student to practice. Now I'm putting it slightly in a different way. वहाँ पे मैंने बोला that today classroom discourse means this. So now I'm slightly changing my words, क्योंकि यहाँ पे how can we help our students? अब यहाँ पे जब हम functions की बात कर रहे हैं, सबसे important point यहाँ पे ये आता है कि classroom discourse हमारे students को help कैसे करता है. Now, okay, let me ask you people first, before I have listed down some points, but let me ask you that, कि classroom discourse students को कैसे help करता है? आप generally बताइए. कोई भी interaction आप class में करते हैं, explanation करते हैं, discussion करते हैं, अभी हम discuss कर रहे थे, reasoning करते हैं, thinking करते हैं, तो ये students को कैसे help करता है? Tell me. You tell me some points, then I'll go systematically, one by one. I will discuss with you.
Ma'am, clarity about the topic and the subject increases.
Okay, clarity, she says, very good. She says clarity increases. Anyone else?
Ma'am, interest for particular subject will increase.
Okay. It will increase.
Ma'am, the more students interact, their confidence will also increase.
Okay, fine. Confidence will increase, So interaction, anyone else?
It also helps in developing critical thinking of the students.
What did you say? फिर से बोलिए.
Ma'am, it also helps in developing the critical thinking of the students.
Wonderful. Very good. Yes. This is what
get motivation.
Motivation.
They get motivation students. And they become independent to do their work.
Wonderful, independent, they are motivated. Anybody else?
And they themselves can reflect in what way they are wrong or right. Like they can analyze. They can reflect. They can reflect and analyze on what ways they are good or
analytical thing. Is class में they're only because I've not really, I've got the attendance list, but मैंने नाम उतना ध्यान से देखा नहीं है. Are there no boys in this class? ये खाली ये all women class है क्या?
No, ma'am. No.
Nobody answers. At least I just heard one boy, one answer. Is this an all women class? नहीं ना?
Feminism.
नहीं मैम नहीं
Boys है क्या? Where are you all?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, आप interaction में भी सुनाई पड़ रहा है? Okay. So anyone else? How is it? What are the functions? Why are we doing this on classroom discourse? You know, अगर ये important नहीं होता, तो we would not spend a whole unit on a classroom discourse and how classroom discourse should be conducted by the teachers. You know.
Ma'am, it also helps in solving the doubts at the same time.
Okay.
Like in class discourse, we get the chance to solve our problems immediately.
अच्छा. Okay. Immediately, ठीक है. Yeah.
Ma'am, if the
knowledge
discourse
will
is
be-
healthy, then student have a courage that he can say, "Ma'am, no, I don't agree with you in this point." Like it will, like in a polite way, obviously, but उसके पास एक guts आते हैं बोलने के, वरना one side हो जाएगा सब कुछ.
Okay. Fine. There's a two-way.
Ma'am, there is also expansion of knowledge horizon.
Okay. Knowledge
Thinking,
horizon.
knowledge and analysis horizon.
Ma'am,
हाँ,
they are more expressive on their work.
Very good expression. Wonderful. Yes. So knowledge, expression, thinking, critical thinking. Yes, I think you all are thinking really well, you know. I'm happy. These are some
How
of the
to
points that I
communicate their
listed, which you are telling me. So I'm really very happy with that.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can we say that decision making capacity increases? They can
One-
make quick
ये
decisions.
कौन बोल रहा है? Is this Kalyani? Who's
Yes,
this?
ma'am.
Okay, yes, Kalyani. What are you saying?
Ma'am, I'm saying that their decision making capacities increases.
Okay.
Like they are
decision.
clear on one topic.
Okay.
Ma'am,
हाँ,
listening
बोलिए.
skills also gets developed.
Wonderful.
Listening to others.
Wonderful. This is also very good. I really like the way you all are thinking. I'm so happy. Yes, very good. Listening skills.
When
Yes.
students get to know how to communicate with each other.
Yes. Okay, students know how to communicate with each other. Yes, I've put that also. Okay, so let's get on to the first one at least. So now we're talking about, so I think you all have thought really well and given some very good points that I have also listed out, but let me now go very systematically. और ये अब हम जो बात कर रहे हैं वो है functions of classroom discourse. अब किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? Functions of classroom discourse. Okay, so here the first function ये है, you can take it down and then I'll explain, you know, because otherwise you may not have it. Classroom discourse helps students to practice reasoning and thinking skills. Okay, it helps in acquiring subject knowledge. Okay, students need regular and frequent opportunities to express, and their thinking expands, expands, and their thinking expands. Critical thinking is encouraged. Okay, so now this is exactly what we were talking about in the last definition also, that, you know, if you have a classroom discourse, you're going to give chance to students, opportunities to students to practice their reasoning skills and practice their thinking skills, you know, and especially, and this has the scope in all subjects, you know. Let me tell you, बहुत लोग का ये मानना होता है, and I don't really agree to that, that, you know, thinking is only in science, thinking is only in mathematics, thinking. No, it is not that. Thinking is in all subjects. I would say thinking is in languages, thinking is in social sciences, thinking is in mathematics, thinking is in science. So there is a scope to think, you know. The situations change, the applications change. So ये गलत है बोलना कि अगर हम poetry पढ़ा रहे हैं या prose पढ़ा रहे हैं कि, you know, students can't think. No, you can think about, you know, about creating stories, you can think about interpretation, you can think about analyzing, critical thinking, where, and what is critical thinking? जब हम critical thinking की बात करते हैं, you know, what is critical thinking? You know, critical thinking is, you know, when you try to find out कि क्या ये fact है, क्या ये opinion है, क्या है, you are, you know, critically examining it. आप critically आप सोच रहे हो उसको, जो कि, और ये जो statement है, क्या ये truth है, ये जो author ने लिखा है, क्या इसमें सच्चाई है? So you are critically examining it. क्या ये उस author का opinion है, क्या ये factual information है, क्या वो उसका खाली opinion है, दोनों में फर्क क्या है? Okay, so this is critical thinking. आप उसको critically आप उसको देख रहे हो, critically आप उसको examine कर रहे हो. So I think in a discourse students को बहुत opportunities दिया जाता है, students को बहुत opportunities दिया जाता है, you know, where this kind of reasoning and thinking skills can be encouraged. And someone said analytical thinking. आप कोई चीज को आप analyze करते हो और देखते हो, you know, you are breaking it into parts, and you're thinking, you're dividing that into parts, and you're thinking what could be the reason. So you have, you know, analytical thinking skills which are also there. So यहाँ पे हर student का, remember, एक unique viewpoint होता है. So एक classroom discourse में students को एक chance मिलता है, opportunity मिलता है, जहाँ पे वो अपने, you know, unique thoughts को, उनके अपने thoughts को वो reason out कर सकें और express कर सकें और classroom में share कर सकें. So that is, you know, very, very important, because their thinking grows, the thinking expands. And I think this is a very important function of a classroom discourse. And just to share with you, you know, बहुत लोगों का कहना है, I would say also कि अगर ये पूछा जाए कि जो advanced countries में और इंडिया जैसे डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज में, अगर आप मुझसे एक लाइन में पूछेंगे कि एजुकेशन सिस्टम उनका क्यों सुपीरियर माना जाता है, you know, I would just say in one line that thinking skill is developed much better in that system. And the classroom discourse is such that teachers give opportunities to students to think, and हम यहाँ पे अपने classrooms में different viewpoints, different perspectives, हम मौका नहीं देते हैं students को कि वो कुछ अलग बोल सकें, कुछ अलग लिख सकें. हम questions हम ऐसा हम design करते हैं, formulate करते हैं कि, you know, everybody writes the same thing. So this is, I feel, is where you now should make a difference. You teachers of tomorrow, you know, you have to take care of this, कि classroom discourse and examination ऐसा हो where students can think out, reason out, and everybody has their own unique, you know, viewpoints wherever it's possible, of course. You know, again, this is subject specific, wherever it is possible. Again, that is what I'm saying. So that is important over here. So now I think our time is over. We'll now meet on Saturday. 1 minute, don't go, please. Let me download your attendance before you go. So don't go right now.
Ma'am, I want to add one point.
add कीजिए. Yes, please add कीजिए.
Ma'am, in foreign countries like in universities of Oxford and Harvard,
Yeah.
teachers are recruited 1 year before, and they are given 1 year to choose the syllabus. If they want to change, if they want to add, if they want to remove, और यहाँ पे टीचर्स को डायरेक्टली सिलेबस थोप ही दिया जाता है कि भाई आप यही इतना सिलेबस.
No. Who, if you're talking about the university system, my dear Kalyani, who's talking? Who's telling me this? Mariam. कौन बोल रहा है? हाँ. No. University system का यही फायदा है that we have absolutely right to design our syllabus, okay? And we have just done it last year. ये discourse नहीं था आपके syllabus में. We have put discourse here after realizing the importance, going through researches, going through literature, going through reviews. Here also, the syllabus only has to go through the Board of Studies and Faculty Board, and we can change. पूरा autonomy है. हाँ. कॉलेजेस को इतना ऑटोनॉमी नहीं है क्योंकि हमारा यूनिवर्सिटी है. सो आई हैव, दैट इज द डिफरेंस, यू नो. कॉलेजेस कैन नॉट चेंज बिकॉज फिर उनका यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम को से वो एफिलिएटेड होते हैं, और जब तक यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं चेंज करेगा कॉलेज नहीं चेंज कर सकता है. बट ऑटोनॉमस कॉलेजेस कैन चेंज, दे कैन डिजाइन, यू नो, द सिलेबसेस. एंड हम लोग को तो पूरा ऑटोनॉमी, अभी तो हमने रीडिजाइन किया है. दैट्स नॉट ट्रू व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, मरियम. ऑल यूनिवर्सिटीज हैव school nahi, I'm talking because you said Harvard and you know, you said Harvard and Oxford, so I'm talking about the university system. Schools may, of course, you have textbook, NCRT, school books though mostly, you know, NCRT and GCRT. A state board, State Council of Education, Research and Training takes care of the textbooks, and NCRT at the national level, जो CBSE schools हैं, textbooks are made by NCRT. Yeah, there you cannot change, you know. अगर कल को आपको change करना है, you cannot do it. That's right. But university में we have scope. We have scope.
मैं ऐसे बोल रही थी कि जैसे वहाँ पे चेंजेस होता है वैसे हम स्कूल्स में नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे मैं बोल रही थी.
नहीं, आपने ऑक्सफोर्ड और हार्वर्ड में बोला ना, दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग यूनिवर्सिटी में, बिकॉज़ दोस आर यूनिवर्सिटीज. सो यूनिवर्सिटी में वी हैव, हाँ, स्कूल में नहीं है. यू आर करेक्ट, स्कूल में तो नहीं है, में उनको फ्रीडम नहीं है. दैट इज ट्रू. Okay, so now we'll meet on Saturday. Okay, and Happy New Year to all of you. Have a wonderful year. Wishing all of you a wonderful 2021.
Happy New Year.
So may you all do your deeds well and have a wonderful year. Okay.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you.